Not a guy, dude.
Hello everybody. Known as the swamp killer, alligators are not only a threat to wildlife but also an increasing threat to humans. In the United States, as cities expand into swamps, their natural habitats gradually disappear, leading to more frequent encounters with humans. In states like Florida and Louisiana, where there are more than 2.3 million alligators, they often crawl into yards, swimming pools, and even schools in search of food. Not only do they threaten pets, they also attack humans. This invasion not only causes economic damage but also pushes the ecosystem into a state of serious instability. So what should Americans do to prevent the invasion of alligators? Follow along with us.
And again. One more.
I am a professional shooter living in Louisiana, where the alligator invasion is rampant. Seeing the situation getting worse, I was determined to put an end to it. On this hunt, I used a .375 HNH Magnum rifle, designed to take down large, tough-skinned animals like alligators. With its high recoil and heavy bullets, it ensures a quick and humane kill, which is crucial when dealing with alligators. A well-placed shot to the skull can end the danger in seconds, prevent suffering, and keep local residents safe. From August to October, the best time to go alligator hunting is when the storms and mating season are over and the alligators come out to hunt more. Peter, a farmer and longtime friend of mine, told me about a gator he often saw sunbathing in the canal that cut across his chicken farm. He had witnessed it lunge up the bank and snatch a turkey in one bite. I couldn't ignore it. Rifle in hand, I began to track this silent predator.
That's when you know it's a good one.
That's the way it works.
Yeah.
Alligators have very keen senses, and the slightest noise can attract their attention. Crawling low across the grass, I held my breath and took aim. The moment of truth came quickly. A thunderous boom broke the silence. The bullet tore through the air and hit its mark cleanly, lodged in the gator's head.
Good shot. Just wait.
Again, the federal.
These reptiles are most active at dusk and early evening, when they come out to hunt or bask near the water's edge. Knowing this, two friends and I returned to a pond bordering a dense forest, an area I had scouted after an alligator had once swum from there straight into my yard.
Let's go, Jake. Put his gun up.
To increase our chances of success, one of my friends threw a baited fishing rod into the water. The water rippled. Then the monster emerged, hooked. I quickly raised my rifle and pulled the trigger. A bullet to the head killed it instantly. This hunt took me to a remote lagoon, the perfect habitat for the giant crocodile that had caused so much fear. Hidden behind dense bushes, I used binoculars to study its every move, carefully calculating the perfect moment.
Look, that's a perfect shot, but
When its position aligned with my field of vision, I did not hesitate. A precise shot to the head ended its reign instantly. The locals were stunned, not only by the size of the beast, but also by the accuracy of my shooting ability. Using a drone, I surveyed the scene from above and discovered a shocking truth: the canal was infested with giant alligators, lurking just below the surface. One in particular caught my eye, barely visible except for its eyes protruding above the water, watching like a silent assassin.
Perfect shot.
There! Now you got her.
At exactly 200 yards, I pulled the trigger. The bullet whizzed through the air and hit the alligator square in the head. It died instantly. One shot clear, one less threat to the herd.
pop him in the head.
Alligator hunting with a bow and arrow in the Florida swamps is a nerve-wracking experience that requires a high level of skill. That day, my friend Jackson, an experienced archer, and I quietly rode through the early morning mist, searching for the 12-foot-long swamp monster that had attacked livestock. When we spotted our target just 12 yards away, Jackson stood on the bow of the boat, pulled the bowstring taut, and shot a special arrow attached to a fishing line right into the alligator's neck. It struggled violently, creating white waves across the water, but it was held tight by the line and could not escape. After nearly 3 minutes of struggling, a second arrow finished off the giant animal. We pulled it ashore. It weighed more than 500 pounds, had razor-sharp teeth, and a terrifying bite force of up to 2,000 psi.
Got him? Nope. Hold on, let me reel him in. Right there.
Talking about baby.
It's not a giant, dude, but we freaking worked for it, man.
On this daring hunt, we ventured deep into the wetlands. The only way to reach our target was to drift silently in a small boat. Alligators, with their armored skin and keen senses, are among the most difficult animals to take down. That's why Jackson was prepared, with a compound bow that was equipped with power and precision. The arrow he used was a heavy carbon arrow with a razor-sharp tip that could penetrate 2 inches of skin. As we got closer, the huge alligator emerged from the water. With a steady hand and years of experience, Jackson pulled back the bowstring and let loose. The arrow shot like a bolt of lightning, piercing the beast's head. It thrashed violently but could not escape because we had tied a rope to the arrow. That day, we came across a huge crocodile lying silently near a narrow canal, its scaly body barely visible beneath the murky water. Without hesitation, Jackson advanced, each step calculated, until he was only 10 yards from the beast. With the steely nerves and calmness of a seasoned hunter, he drew his bow and shot a razor-sharp arrow straight into the crocodile's skull. As soon as the arrow hit, the crocodile exploded in a violent rage, thrashing wildly. He fired another arrow, and the crocodile was dead.
There.